Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Tech Tips. My name is Eric Cifuentes, and today we are continuing on with our exploration of accessibility settings that come packaged natively with the iPhone beyond that of VoiceOver, Magnifier, and Zoom, which most of us already know exist and have a general idea of how they work. But if you do want us to expound upon each one of those different settings, then by all means let us know. Or we might just roll it out in the next upcoming months. Today, I actually want to cover a setting that I meant to cover before the back tap video, which went up on Tuesday. But that's okay. This setting is still very useful, and I want to share it with you all. And it is the accessibility shortcut, which, if you watched back tap, you have seen or you have heard of already. But all the accessibility shortcut is a very quick way to toggle specific accessibility settings that you commonly use, such as VoiceOver, Magnifier, and Zoom. If you use all three of those settings, usually you have to open the Settings Center, Accessibility Center, and then navigate to the setting you want and toggle it on. Well, with the accessibility shortcut, you can toggle these settings on from anywhere on your iPhone using a triple tap of two different buttons depending on which iPhone you are currently using. For iPhone 8 and earlier and iPhone SE's first and second generation, that would be the home button. For iPhone X and later, with no home buttons, that would be the big side button that turns the phone on and off, the power button. And that's the accessibility shortcut button on those newer brands of iPhones. You would also triple tap the side button, just like the home button on those phones. So let's go ahead and navigate over to the accessibility shortcut. I'm going to open Settings, Accessibility.
Page 1 of settings. One new item. Cellular. Button. Sounds. Focus. Screen. General. Control. Display and bright. Home screen. Accessibility. Button. Accessibility features help you customize your iPhone for your individual needs.
And after opening Accessibility, at the very bottom is the accessibility shortcut. Check this out.
Per app settings. Button. Accessibility shortcut. VoiceOver. Button.
That's right, and that's actually at the very bottom is now per app settings, which we will explore next video. But here is the accessibility shortcut, and as you can see, it's set to VoiceOver, which means if I triple tap my home button, like so,
VoiceOver off.
it turns off VoiceOver. Now, if I triple tap my home button again,
VoiceOver on. Settings.
we're back on. So let's go launch the accessibility shortcut and add Magnifier and Zoom to it. And we'll see how we can toggle all three of those very quickly from anywhere on the phone.
Settings. Back button. Nav bar. Top of per app settings. Accessibility shortcut. Voice. Configure and then triple click the home button to toggle accessibility features on or off. Triple click the home button for heading. Assistive touch.
And
Actions available.
And here are our options. The first one's assistive touch. Let's go ahead and find Zoom and Magnifier.
Reorder assistive touch. Background sounds. Reorder background sounds. Classic invert. Reorder classic color filters. Reorder color magnifier. Actions available. Selected. Magnifier. Reorder reduce white point. Actions available. Selected. Reduce white point.
So I'll go ahead and tap on that. Now if I triple tap the home button,
alert. Accessibility shortcuts.
I get a mini little dialogue with three buttons that will toggle on my respective settings.
Magnifier. Button. Reduce white point. Button. Selected. VoiceOver. Button.
And as you can see, VoiceOver is selected, which means it's on, which is obvious since VoiceOver is currently speaking. But that's all there is to it. That's how you toggle on the accessibility shortcut. This is a remarkably useful setting for the blind with VoiceOver, but even more useful for the low vision, because if you're someone who likes to use something like classic invert colors along with Magnifier, who uses Zoom on occasion, but also uses VoiceOver to supplement some of their lack of sight with some speech, for example, when reading long articles, then all of these settings should be easily accessible, and they are with that ability to add them to the accessibility shortcut. So that's what that is, and it's very simple to activate. Thank you so much for checking us out, and stay tuned for our next video when we look at per app accessibility. And that is really neat. Just introduced in iOS 15, actually, which I encourage all of you who have not yet done so to go ahead and upgrade if your iPhone can support it. That's it for us, and we will see you on our next episode of Tech Tips. Take care, everyone.